All right, hey guys, Jason here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk, in my opinion, about the worst vehicle that's ever made, okay, price-wise. The worst value vehicle that you could get. In my opinion, it is made today, the kind of the joke of the industry. And I know people that own them and love them and want them, and I understand that, and I'm not knocking anything. And when it was actually a final edition, a specialty edition vehicle, it made sense to look at the 392. And I've even said it on video when it first came out. I said, listen, if you buy one of these, given the fact that they're only making it for 1 year, this will be a very high dollar resale value vehicle, and it would be an investment vehicle that would be worth it. Here we are 4 years later, and they still keep pumping these things out, calling them final editions. And in my opinion, it is kind of the joke of the industry. What can you get for the, what is the cost of this? Now, I talked about it in another video as well too, but we know that this is a $102,000 vehicle, and there's not enough of them that they're going to discount them too much. You might be able to get something in the 90 grand range on this, maybe even 88 grand for one if you're lucky, kind of thing. But still, you're talking about a $100,000 vehicle here, $90,000 vehicle. It is $30,000 to up. Basically, if this was a Pentastar V6 like any one of these other ones are, that's a turbo 4xe, but any of these that are a 3.6 liter V6 jumping up to this 392 in a Rubicon costs you about 30 grand. Yeah, there might be a couple other little things, a little suspension change. Yes, you get the winch. Yeah, there's some, I get it, but still, all in all, it's about a $30,000 motor increase to put that motor in these. That's a lot of money for something that has to run on premium, and your gas mileage is ridiculously stupid low, like somewhere in the 13 mile per gallon range. And yeah, it's a beast, don't get me wrong. It's a great motor, it's a great system, impossible to work on. There's zero room in that thing to work on it one bit, do anything. The suspension on this thing is standard suspension. Standard monotube suspension. They're not giving you anything fancy like you get on the Mojaves. There's nothing important here. There's nothing of value to that. Now, what can you buy for that kind of money? Now, it's not even going to off-road as good as a standard Rubicon will. Now, yeah, you got the power. The problem with it is you do have the power. These are two of the same vehicles, but you also have 1,000 pounds more of weight. Okay, if you were to take a standard Rubicon on 35 with the 35 Extreme, you get the same gear ratios, you get the same 35s, you get the same tires, you get the same everything, you get the same lift, you get everything the same, and you're 1,000 pounds lighter than what you are for this. Do you understand what that means, 1,000 pounds in the off-road world? That's huge. So it can't even off-road as good as most other ones are gonna, and it costs you $100,000. What can you buy for the $100,000? If you still wanted to off-road? Well, you could very easily buy yourself a Gladiator Rubicon, okay? You could buy a Gladiator Rubicon, right here's one, standard package, or you could even go with a 35 package. This is a Willys, but you could get this same 35 package on a Rubicon, and with the price there, you could buy that. So it would look exactly like that, look exactly like we're seeing on that 392, but it would basically have the V6 in it, and you could get that, and then with your money that's left over, you could buy my ZR2. With the money that's left over, if you bought this as a standard Rubicon 35 package with the V6, with the money left over, you could come out here and you could buy this Mojave Gladiator. So now you got both. You got the Wrangler and you have the Mojave, and you could run both of them. You could do that all day long. You could take and buy that Wrangler, Wrangler Rubicon, standard Rubicon with 35 package there, and then, not with the 392, but the V6. You could also then turn around and buy yourself a brand new Ram 1500 series truck, like a Warlock. You could buy yourself a Ram 2500 Tradesman Power Wagon edition. For that, you could actually, you see what I'm getting at here? Okay, this vehicle, in all practical purposes, in my opinion, is kind of the joke of the industry. This is a slap in our face that they're telling you that it's $30,000 more to put this motor in it. And now we know that Jeep wants to, they're already asking questions about what would we like to see in a Gladiator? Would we pay $20,000 more in a Gladiator to see a Hemi? These kind of numbers are stupid. In a diesel truck, okay, if we look at it, let me go over there. Let's talk there. Hold on. In this Ram 2500, right here as we're looking at it, you will see that there is a Cummins engine in this, okay? Cummins 6.7 diesel. This is a brand new 2025. This thing's amazing. I actually just reviewed this entire truck. It's on my channel. I went through this whole thing all the way through this thing for you. Window stickers should still be on it because it was when I reviewed it. Let's pop in here and see. And I got my flashlight if I need it. Let's see here, see if we can see it because it is a little window sticker. Oh, hold on. My flashlight's stuck on my pocket. Hang on. All right, I got my flashlight here. You can see on here when we look at this, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, but we can see on there that this, to go to that Cummins engine, small text on here, but to go to that Cummins is $12,500. Okay, to go to a Cummins 6.7 diesel, this motor that's in here going from the stock version in this truck is the 392. The 6.4 Hemi is the stock engine in this truck. And to go to a Cummins 6.7 turbo diesel engine, this beast of a motor, they're only charging you $12,000 to go up to that. And everything that comes along with it, pipe, wire, suspension, everything to handle the weight, the whole deal, the gearing, everything, they're only charging you $12,000. Yet on that, that 392 that we see right there, that vehicle right there, they are charging you 30 grand. To put the base engine out of that into that. Okay, let the craziness of that sink in. So you could technically, I mean, for the price of that vehicle right there, you could buy this truck in a tradesman power wagon package with front lockers, rear lockers, disconnectable sway bar, 6.4 392. The same thing is basically in that. You can get in this truck, have this thing fully done up and be amazing, incredible off-roader, and you'd still have enough money left over to buy one of these to have with it for the price of that. Like I said, that vehicle, for all practical purposes, is the biggest joke that is out there today, is this Wrangler 392. When it came out and it was supposed to be for 1 or 2 years, yes, it had value. It had value because people would want it and because there's not many of them there. It's like a TRX, okay? It's like a TRX or a Raptor R, something like that. These specialty vehicles, a Roush truck, F-150 Roush trucks, something that is there that, like I said, there's a lot of people with money that are willing to buy it to own it. So it had some investment purposes. You could have got it for 100 grand, drove it for a year and enjoyed it, put 5,000-6,000 miles on it as a fun vehicle, turned around and sold it and sold it for 100 grand and got your money right back out of it. Could have been done all day. Okay, might even made yourself 3,000 or 4,000 bucks on it on top of that. Now that is no longer the case. These things are piling up everywhere. They're starting to show up everywhere. They're and again, the price, it's just insane. I cannot wrap my head around it. I don't understand why somebody would buy this. Yes, it would have a fun factor, but there's a lot of vehicles out there that would be fun. Matter of fact, for the price of this, I could literally, as crazy as it sounds, for the price of this, I could buy the standard Rubicon 392, or the Rubicon non-392, but a Rubicon on 35 package, and then I could buy a Mustang, or I could buy a Camaro, or something like that, or heck, I think you can get a C8 Vet, or something. I don't know a lot of sports cars, but for not too much more, for the price of one of these, you could have a very nice sports car and a very nice Jeep for the price of this and get the best of both worlds. I just don't understand this vehicle. It does not resonate with me. It does not make sense to me. I'm just not getting what they did here. And it does scare me because we know that Jeep's about to do some stuff to the Gladiator. Okay, everybody's like, I want the Hemi in the Gladiator. I want the Hurricane in the Gladiator. I want this and that in the Gladiator. What cost? How are they going to do it? What are they going to charge for it? If they're already charging 30 grand to put a 6.4 in one of these things, what are they going to charge us to put a 5.7 in there? You think they're going to do it for $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 more? No. It's probably going to be $10,000, $12,000 more to put a 5.7 in there. You're probably looking at 25, 30 grand more like this, like they're doing here, to put a 6.4 in it. And who knows what they're going to charge for the SST, okay, the inline six. Don't forget, the Hemi that everybody loves and wants is coming back. The Hemi is a lower level motor than the Hurricane i6 is. Okay, Hemi's great. Everybody will want it. That's the thing. It's the V8. It's the Hemi. I understand that, but it's a lower grade level motor. Okay, if they're putting a Hurricane in these things, they're going to charge more than they are if they're putting a Hemi in it. We'll see what's going to happen with that and how it's going to go. But that vehicle right there, this 392, I do not understand it. I do not understand what Jeep is thinking with it. I do not understand how people buy it or why people buy it. And if I just don't get it. It just does not make sense to me. It's it's the only Jeep vehicle made that I simply cannot wrap my head around or understand one bit. And these have been sitting here for a couple of weeks. Not one of them has moved. And remember, we're on employee pricing right now. I don't know if this is disconnected from that, but they got 3 of them sitting here and not one of them's moving. Not one of them's moving at all. I just don't understand that vehicle. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on it. Put them down below. As always, thanks for watching.